start recording right now. Julie's got a really good statement. I want to feel good about what I'm doing to make money. Want to help people or give them what they want. Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about creating value for people and so on. And what about finding trending topics for the Kindle? We'll cover that as well. Okay, guys, so we are recording. Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson. Really excited to spend some time with you. I want to let you know before we get started, I appreciate your time, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make this webinar a great experience for you. Whether you buy anything or not, absolutely there's going to be an offer at the end, but I think what you're going to see is that I'm going to, again, really try and strive to give you information in a way that you can grasp, and I want you to come away from this webinar feeling that your time was valuable. Okay, that's going to be my goal. I'm going to start showing my screen. We're on the air right now. Okay, that's good. And can you guys see my screen okay? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop into the slideshow, and we'll probably have a black screen for about a minute. Okay, excellent. Very, very good. And again, I'd like to welcome everyone. We're officially underway. Brian G. Johnson here. This is your 90 minutes, okay? Do what you can to give yourself an opportunity to take in this information. One of the things I want to preface and I want to start out with tonight is that there are many, many things that are sold online pertaining to internet marketing. Do you guys agree with me? Do you agree with me that there are all kinds of things that you see in your inbox every single day, and it's just crazy? And I want you to stop, and I want you to think about one thing for me. How many of those things is there a strong kind of disconnect on how to get to the money? Think about that. How many things are people selling today where there's kind of a disconnect about how to get to the money? And when I asked you guys earlier, one of the things, what is the one thing that's really important to you? Passive income, how to make money. That's what I'm going to share with you tonight. Okay? If you're here to learn how to make money, if that's your priority, then again, this is your time, and I'm going to show you how I've done it outside the internet marketing niche. You guys have seen some of the stuff already. You've got the PDF. I'm in strange niches. I'm not selling, how to make money. I'm selling books about smoothies, about astronauts. I'm selling books about frogs and animals. I'm going to go into internet marketing because I do that too, and I'm passionate about it. But that's what we're here for tonight, is to really get to the money and to really figure out how to make money. So with that, let's get underway. And what you're about to witness tonight is based on the real events of me, okay? This is not something that I just threw together. This is not based on theory. I've taken the time to make sure what I'm presenting to you is actionable and can help people to make money online. Now, I've had a mantra, a thing that has guided me for about 3 to 4 or 5 years now. And it's these 3 things on the screen. Number 1, I'm a goofy character, and I'm happy with that. I like to do karate chops. I like to play loud rock and roll music. I want to have fun. Really important to Brian Johnson. Number 2 is I want to have an impact on people in a positive way. I want to help people achieve success. When I take my last breath, I want to feel like I had a purpose on this earth. Now, when I say that, I don't take it lightly, and I hope you can hear that in my voice tonight. And lastly, I want to make as much money as possible. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about having fun, making money, helping people out, providing value. And what I want you to know as well is 90 minutes from right now, you'll have the ability to leverage a passive earning formula that you'll be able to implement immediately after this presentation. We're going to go through those 6 steps in detail, okay, guys? And that's really what this is all about. Okay, now you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to walk away because I'm going to walk through that 6 steps in detail with you. And what I want you to know is this absolutely takes no previous experience. Doesn't take sales or marketing know-how. It's not dependent on expensive or technical anything. And I want you to think about that too. You're going to walk away knowing more about my 6 steps. You don't have to have domains or hosting. You don't have to have fancy software. You don't have to have technical know-how. You just have to follow my simple formula. And if you do that, you will be amazed at the results you're able to generate. And I'll go on. This is the same formula that consistently puts 4-figure residual income into my bank account month after month after month. And again, it's outside the internet marketing niche. And it's also producing some amazing paydays for everyday folks who are now making serious money online, some for the very first time. Okay? And this formula is based on 438 days of scientific experiments and testing that has allowed me to create what I consider to be the most powerful formula or ritual that I've ever created. Now, here's my ultimate goal over the last 12 years. For those of you that don't know me, I've been doing internet marketing full-time for 10 years now. I got started in 1999, and by 2003, I was able to quit my job. And my ultimate goal always was to set something up once and get paid over and over and over again. And again, I've been doing that for years by focusing on driving traffic and converting that traffic into sales. Now, let me show you some kind of the stuff that I've done in the past that's allowed me to really drive a lot of sales and earnings. Here you can see I sold 1,417 costumes over a 2-month period and generated more than $10,000. That's, again, outside of internet marketing. And with the AdSense program, I've generated 6 figures by learning how to drive traffic and converting that traffic to income. And I did really well with eBay, and I've made hundreds of sales as an affiliate marketer, driving traffic and converting it. And in 2008, I started to coach and mentor and help people out. And that's why we're here tonight. I want to kind of go through these. I thought I deleted some of these. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's see here. Yeah, okay. Let's continue here. There we go, current slide. I thought I deleted a couple of those slides, but no big deal. We'll just buzz past them. And basically, you know, when I started teaching and whatnot, I had a great opportunity to share my ideas from the stage and release a bunch of courses. And I've been, you know, a big wig, and I've been a part of a elite ClickBank crew and whatnot, and I'm proud of that. And what I want to let you know is that if you want to make money, find someone who's walking the walk and talking the talk. That is, doing what they teach, doing the stuff that they sell to people, and copy them. I got to tell you, I'm really good at that. Now, I use my own stories. I use my own words. I don't copy and paste literally. I just find somebody that's doing something, and I study from them. And that brings us to the revenge formula, the 6-step Kindle formula. That's what we're going to go over today. You see, that is the formula that I'm using right now in 2013 to make passive earnings. And I believe it's going to have a far bigger impact than some of the courses I've released in the past. And the reason for that is because I'm showing up, I'm doing these webinars for you guys right now. I'm releasing this information free, and I know people are going to take the information and move forward. Now, how did I get started with this system? Why did I want to create this system? Well, it all started about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and I come from a background of SEO and traffic generation and blogs, and I still do that. I still have a blog. I still post. My blog ranks well. It works, but it's harder. I mean, quite honestly, it's harder than it used to be, especially from my perspective, from a guy that's been around for 10 years. You know, when I started in 2003, when I was full-time in 2003, it was easier to drive that traffic. And most frustrating is Google, a.k.a. Big Brother. In fact, here's a statement from the Google Webmaster blog. Notice it says, avoid cookie-cutter approaches such as affiliate programs. Okay, think about that. Google has highlighted on their blog, and they've said, avoid cookie-cutter approaches such as affiliate programs. Well, that's tough if you want to make money online, because quite honestly, I believe affiliate programs in their structure are an amazing opportunity to make money. No employees, you don't have to have a huge advertising budget. You can make money. It can work. I've done that, but it's getting harder. And it's not as dependable as it once was, especially for people just getting started. And it's more complex than ever. SEO today, it works, it's great, but it's hard. And if you're just getting started, boy, that's a tough way to get going. And when I was in Texas in January of 2012, I was at an event, a conference about internet marketing, and I was trying to, come up with what I would do in 2012. Every year I have a focus, and I decided I was going to come up with some new strategies, and I spent the entire year testing Kindle, and I was excited. Like I said, I'm goofy. I like to have fun. That's important to Brian, and this is what I came up with, and it all began with what I call the merchant site blues. Okay? How are we doing, guys? You doing okay? I'm going to check in from time to time just because there's no host. It's just you and me, and I hope you guys are ready to go. I've given you a bit of feedback or a little bit of information about, how I got started, how I've developed this system, and we're just going to keep cruising. So there I was. It was January. I decided I was going to do Kindle. I wanted something new, and one of the things I realized is that I was always competing against these big sites to drive traffic as an SEO affiliate. And here's the merchant blues in action. Now, let's say you want to sell a physical product on Amazon, like a 12-cup coffee maker. Well, the very best thing you could do would be to rank in Google for the term 12-cup coffee maker. But I want you to look through the results and tell me how many affiliate sites you see. Walmart, Amazon.com, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's like this most of the time, and it's frustrating. And again, that, my friends, is the merchant blues. And I thought, I'm tired of trying to figure out how to outrank Amazon. If you can't beat them, join them. And I'm going to go into Amazon and Kindle. I'm going to publish to the Kindle to make my own pages on Amazon. I'm going to convert traffic. Not only that, I'm going to have extra traffic. I won't have to be dependent on Google. I'll be able to get traffic from Google because Google loves to rank Amazon high in the search results. And you'll see some of my results as we move forward. And that's how I came up with the decision to go into Kindle. Now, what I want you to know is the revenge formula, that's also the 6-step Kindle formula, is about marketing. That is very, very important. This is not about being an author. This is not about writing book after book. In fact, pretty much everything that I've done has been based on outsourcing and reports. Now, I'm going to go through and show you guys exactly what I've done. What I want you to know is that if you don't want to write, you really don't have to write. Again, it's about leveraging a massive opportunity. Now, in February of 2013, I released a report that was based on about 1,200 words. And I was able to complete that project in about 6 hours. Now, I didn't write a word. I didn't create a cover. In fact, I outsourced everything for $100. And what I'll tell you is a lot of the books that I publish today, I'm outsourcing for around $100, and I'm able to recoup my cost in as little as 10 days to 2 weeks, and on the longer side, about 6 weeks. So it really makes a lot of sense to invest some money, to have other people do the heavy lifting, and then I get my money back. And once I do, every sale is pure profit in my pocket. Now, do you guys want to see that report? Does anybody have any idea what the report is? Do you guys have any idea? So what is the thing that I created that took me about 6 hours? Let's see it. Well, it's in the report, guys. It's not smoothies, Karen, but that's a good guess. James, you've got it. Adam wants to see it. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's get on with the reveal. So here's the report that I created. It is a space report, a space book. Now, it's 1,200 words, and basically I outsourced this information. And I recommend when people get started, they do this once or twice on their own. Now, if you're just really not comfortable with writing, you can outsource it, but I think people should do everything once to really learn the system. Now, here's that report. You see, it's not just a report, it's a children's book. And one of the things I want you to think about right now, today, about getting success, finally, in internet marketing, if you want it, you've got to figure out how to say yes. Here's what happens, and it bums Brian Johnson out, because remember, number 2 item is I want to help people succeed. And if you're always saying no, well, it's going to be harder to succeed. Now, if you hear Kindle and you kind of freak out because you don't want to write books, that's okay. Just don't say no to the opportunity. Say, I want to do that because I see there's money. I don't want to write books. Now, I didn't create that cover either. It cost me about 20 bucks. We're going to talk about covers, incredibly important. And I see a lot of people making some mistakes, and it saddens me because if they knew better, they'd probably get better results. And, you know, that's why it's great that you guys are here tonight, because I can share this information with you, and you can take that home, and you can take it to the bank and get some results. Now, again, I didn't write the book. I didn't write any of the books that you're going to see tonight. Now, I do write a lot. And I don't have a problem with it. My writing is kind of poor. I'm a good writer, but my grammar's a little off and my spelling's off, and I get flack for that. But I do write. But what I'm going to show you is really what I'm doing with outsourcing, and I'm excited for that because it gives a lot of people opportunity. And again, let me say this again. It's important. Now, if you're doing Kindle right now, instead of thinking about being an author, I want you to think more about being a marketer. If you want to sell stuff, you know, authors don't figure out how to sell stuff. They create great stories. They write amazing books. Marketing people figure out how to make sales, and that's exactly what we're going to go over in this next hour. Okay, Amazon and Kindle are the bank. That's what I want you to think about moving forward. Amazon and Kindle are the bank. Amazon is a huge leverage. It's like a switch you can flip to drive more traffic. Traffic from the Amazon website itself, and you can also rank and do really well on Google and other websites. Now, here are some of the earnings that I've been able to generate. $987 in a month. One book generated $452 in, again, 1 month. And here's another book earnings from just 1 month, $586 from one book. I want you to think about adding up some of these numbers. I've got dozens of books, and again, earnings from one book. In fact, this is the space book. That space book broke even in about 8 or 9 days. How would you like to start with an internet marketing project on Friday? Be done by Monday or Tuesday. How many of you here, you know, can say, yeah, that's me. I didn't complete a lot of projects. I started stuff and I didn't finish. You know, I arranged this formula. I've structured this training to make it as easy as possible for people to get to the finish line, to produce an asset, to complete. And I've also tried to remove as many hurdles as possible. Because, see, what a lot of people do, unfortunately, is they move forward, they get excited about something, they hit a roadblock, they stop, and they go do something else. Now, the problem is most opportunities have these roadblocks. Now, what I've done is try to remove as many of them as possible to make it easier for people to get results quickly. And like I was saying, you know, wouldn't it be awesome to start a project on Friday, finish on Tuesday, and have sales coming in days later? Holy smokes, I do it all the time. And when you start thinking about Kindle and Amazon as a marketer, you can do it too. Now, what I've just shown you guys is the results of the 6-step formula. And I've got lots of books that pay me passively each and every month. So I hope you guys are ready to roll, okay? Now, what we're going to talk about at this point is all about the marketing. And Amazon consumers are often on Amazon or sitting in an airport with their Kindle device, and they're searching for the right book. That phrase is important. Write that down, the right book. You see, again, a hurdle for a lot of people is they think book, and it's going to be, 45,000 words. It's got to be like a Pulitzer Prize-winning thing. It's got to be like brainiac, super smart, or witty. It's got to be creative. You have to tell a story. You're Stephen King. That's not what people are searching for. That's not what the consumers are searching for at Amazon. They're searching for the right book. The right book doesn't have to be amazing, doesn't have to be this life-changing experience, doesn't have to be 45,000 words. And in the example I share with you guys, the space book, if it's a children's book, well, it shouldn't have too many words. It should include a lot of pictures. And also, I personally go a little different than most people. I want you to know everything I'm showing you is based on the system I developed for me. And a lot of people that are into Kindle are excited about fiction. Now, if you're doing fiction, that's awesome. But if you're just trying to figure out a way to get started, I'm going to recommend you don't do fiction. Now, like I said, a lot of people are saying all the money's in fiction. Well, if there's like 100 billion kajillion dollars being generated through Kindle and nonfiction is 40%, isn't that still a whole bunch of money? I think so. And the thing about nonfiction is it's easier. You don't have to be witty. You don't have to create a story. The research is already done. It's easy to get images. It's easy to finish. It's easy to create an asset. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you how I created that space book start to finish. Now, what I want you guys to know is that 6-step formula that you have. I want you to study that material. You're paying customers. That is gold. And what I want you to know right now is that 6-step formula must be followed in order. Once you understand my entire system. Now, here's the thing. You really don't understand it. You've paged through it. You're getting some ideas. I've probably shared some strategies that you thought, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I like what he did there. I'm going to pay attention to that. But you really don't understand it fully yet. You just got it a few days ago. Now, because one of the biggest hurdles and roadblocks is for people is to create a book, that's what we're going to focus on first. And that's step 5 of my formula. So I have the 6-step formula that I personally use. It's what I teach my students. It's what I'm teaching you. And step 5 is a bunch of different methods I use to create books. But like I said, really, let's jump to step 5 first, because I want to show you just how easy it is to create one of these nonfiction children's books. Okay, guys, how am I doing? You guys ready to see this? Is this helpful? Okay. Yes, yes, very good. Okay, and we're really going to start jumping in, okay? Great. I'm glad you guys are liking it. So I'm continuing to build up, and here is like some amazing stuff. So take notice, because we're going to really begin to break things down. Number one, I don't spend a whole lot of time researching for children's books, especially when I'm getting started. When I'm getting started with anything new, I just want to get it done once. I want to move forward and get some results. So if I'm going to do something for the first time, and this is exactly what I did with Kindle, by the way, is I just jumped in and created a book. And when it comes to a children's book, you can easily just look at the categories, and here you can see on the right we've got popular categories for children's books. We've got animals, arts, music, computer, fairy tales. Now, wait, fairy tales, that's fiction, and I would stay away from that. So I literally choose a subject matter based on categories, and I move forward. Now, what do I need to actually create a book? Well, I need content, and I need images, okay? And again, nonfiction makes it very, very easy, because if I'm going to create a children's book about one singular topic like space or butterflies or Alaskan wilderness, animals from Alaska, or maybe, what would be another fun one? Weird creatures from the sea, right? Or sharks. These are all great examples of children's books that are easy to create and make good money. And if I want to create that, again, I need text and I need images. And what I'm going to walk you through now is where to get the text, how to shortcut the research, and so on. So if I search for butterflies, I'm going to create a butterfly book. You'll see that Wikipedia comes up near the top. And literally, all you need to do is go to Wikipedia, and the first thing you'll see is this immense amount of bullet points. And how does Wikipedia work? Well, Wikipedia is written by hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals. And people that are passionate, people that are very knowledgeable about a subject will help edit and create an article. Now here, this article is like 4,000 words, everything you'd ever want to know about butterflies. And all I do is I take these bullets and I copy and paste them into a Word document, or maybe you're on a Mac computer, so that would be Pages. And I start creating these bullet points. So for butterflies, I've got life cycle, eggs, caterpillars. Oh, this is all the stuff that my book should have. Scales, seasonal issues, habitat, butterfly habitat, flight, okay, of course that's important, migration. Now, it's kind of fun. You're looking through Wikipedia, you're looking at some great images, and we'll talk about where to get the images in just a minute. And you start learning about, that monarch butterflies literally migrate 3,000 miles every year. And all you have to do is grab these bullet points, and that is the beginning of your children's book. Now, as you write the book, what I want you to think about is the language should be simple and easy for a child to understand. If you go through this and you see kind of a word that is pretty scientific, you're not sure about it, leave it out. Again, we want to dumb this down. We want to make it easy for kids to read, or we want to make it easy for kids and their parents to read. Now, I'll also mention, we're not just writing a book for children, because who's buying these books? The mom and dad, right? So with that, you want to create a book that mom and dad feel good about buying. My child's going to get this book. It's fun and exciting for the child. It's also educational. It's going to be good for them to start thinking about and doing some reading and so on. So these bullet points are a great way to get started with your article. And once you've got all the bullet points, literally you can then send that to an outsourcer. Let's say you want to outsource. At the top of your document, I would write, Mr. Outsourcer, I would like you to create a 1,000-word document, a 1,000-word report written for children about butterflies. I've created an extensive list of bullet points, and I want you to make sure you cover every bullet point. Now, as you write this report for children, please ensure that no paragraphs are more than 2 to 3 sentences. Also, this is, again, written for children, so no big words and no complex sentence structure. Now, what you're doing is you're giving very specific instructions to the outsourcer. Did you guys see how I slowed that down and was pretty specific about how to create the content, the sentence structure of the content, no fancy words, only 2 to 3 sentences per paragraph, and the reason for that is we don't want big text blocks, okay? This is exactly how to set yourself up for success. One of the things I've seen with people as they move forward is they don't rely enough information to the people they pay. If you're working with an outsourcer and you don't want to write, you better give that person a lot of information on what you want done. And if you don't quite understand it yourself, you're going to have a hard time conveying it because you don't even really get it. So it's important to give people a lot of instruction, and when you do, you get back better results. Okay, so spend a little bit of time doing that. Now, here's where it gets fun. So at this point, what you're doing is, it's probably Friday night. Like we said, we're going to create a nice children's book in about 6 or 8 hours. It might take you 8 to 10 hours. It's your first book. And still, you'll be done before you know it. And it's not a lot of heavy lifting. You can outsource it. And once you've got your outline of your book ready to go, you're then going to want to go through and collect images based on the bullet points. So if you're talking about the migration of butterflies, and specifically monarch butterflies, then you're going to want to have some images of monarch butterflies. And if you come to this website here, it's search.creativecommons.org. You can search and you can literally find amazing images that are free to use. You can use them in commercial projects. Now, why that's really great is I really recommend when people are starting out to try not to spend any money on stuff to get started. If you can do this and you're not paying someone to write the content, that's the best. If you can do it and you only have to pay someone $40 to write the content, what you can do, by the way, because one of the great things, let me back up and just sidetrack, I want to share this with you about these books, is that oftentimes I've paid people $10 to write a 500-word article. Now, if I'm only asking for 1,000 words, 800 words, I need about 2 articles at 500 words. $10 per article, that's $20. Now, what I do is I pay people extremely well. I might double that, right, and pay them like 40, 50 bucks. And they think they're in hog heaven because I'm treating them well, I'm paying them well. I get people that know English very well, and the content I get back is very, very good. So one of the advantages of this system is you don't need a ton of words, so that really brings the price down. Now, with images, I recommend you don't buy your images to start off because we want pure profit as quickly as possible. Now, as I said, this website, you can search for it, and literally what you do is this website searches other websites for you. You might select Flickr or Photopedia, and when you do, if you were to search for gray wolf, you'd find all kinds of images, beautiful images, by the way. I want you guys later to do that search. You should see these images. Some of the images were actually taken by state park workers in the United States. So imagine people at like Yellowstone Park taking beautiful pictures of wolves in Yellowstone with beautiful high-definition cameras and whatnot, and they're allowing you to use those images in your children's book, and in this case, I've covered gray wolf. Now, you'll notice in the yellow box, it says use for commercial purpose. That means that you can use these images commercially, just like I said. Now, the thing you do have to do, and this is important, so write it down, is you have to take notice of where you got the image and who created the image. So if it's Flickr and it's by a user named Brian Johnson, you would need to attribute the image to Brian Johnson at Flickr. And you do that just right below the image, a little teeny text attributed to Brian Johnson at Flickr. And at that point, you've got everything you need. You've got text, you've got sources for great high-quality images, and that can help you to move forward and create a great book. Is this making sense, guys? Are you seeing how this really could come together? And it's really not that hard. And the wonderful thing, and we're going to talk about this as we move forward, is, guys, we're leveraging Amazon. And what I'm going to teach you in just a minute here is how to help Amazon sell a whole bunch of our books. You get to leverage the 900-pound sales expert online. And that's why I say, even if you don't have a lot of sales experience, if you follow this system, this formula I've developed, you will be able to get results. I guarantee it. I'm willing to put myself on the line because I know this works, okay? So, where do you go to outsource? Need an article? Great. Elance, a great site to work with. Freelancer. Now, don't try to figure out the best place to outsource. Don't try to find the cheapest. Again, find people that are more expensive. You can pay them pretty good because you only need 750, 800, 1,000 words. That's 40, 50 bucks, and you can make that back in a month or 6 weeks. Or you might get lucky and make it back in a week. It happens to me often. It's really exciting. Okay, now how do we structure? Well, remember I said open up Word. Now, if you're working on a Macintosh, that's Pages. And what I do is I basically get the context back, and I like to have a few sentences followed by an image, and a few more sentences followed by an image. And remember, you're going to start out with those bullet points, and you've asked the outsourcer to create content based on the outline you've provided. And then he went to Flickr, or another image site through the Common Creative, and you've sourced maybe 30 amazing images that didn't cost you anything. So now you've got everything you need to move forward, and I'll show you how to handle that in a bit. Now, at this point, honest to goodness, you have created an asset. You've got content that you can format into a children's book. You've got beautiful images that took you maybe 90 minutes to find as you were surfing for images while watching the latest episode of True Blood. It's not heavy work. Now, so many people fail because they do not understand how Amazon works. If your goal is to make money, think about the money. If your goal is to make sales, think about how to make sales. So many people, it's right there. Do you guys see that? Author mode. Man, that's exactly what happened to Brian Johnson. You know, when I got started, the first book I released, 40,000 words, cost me a fortune. I was antsy. Hey, is the book done? Is the book done? Want to publish the book. It took me a while to figure out what I'm teaching you guys. I did the homework. I want you to do this. Whether you buy anything from me in the future or not, please consider doing this seriously, because like I said, I want people to succeed, and this stuff plain works. Now, like I said, what we're going to do now is we're going to really guide you through the pitfalls and the traps that so many people encounter. And this system, this 6-step formula, helps you to get to the money quicker. And we're helping Amazon to sell a whole bunch of our products. And when you follow this, they will do just that. Even better, they will pay you 70% royalty payments for every book that you sell. If you price your book between $2.99 and $9.99, you earn 70% royalties. That means you can price your book at $2.99 and you earn $2 a sale. $2.01 is really what it comes out to. $2 and a penny for a $2.99 product. It's an impulse purchase. People buy them all day long. And like I said, literally, we're going to help Amazon to sell a bunch of our books. Here's the proof. Now, I can't remember if the sales page you guys saw included this. Oh, yes, it did. This actually was sent to me by one of the guys I work with. He helped me with some of the marketing around this product. His name is Justin Quick. And, he had to do a bit of research, too. So he went to Amazon, and he started looking in the cookbook section, and he was looking for smoothies. And the next day, he gets an email, and whose book are they promoting? My book. Okay? That doesn't say, Brian Johnson, are you looking for something? That's Matthew. And I got another email from Robert. He's the guy that helped me with some video marketing stuff. And I've got probably half a dozen of those emails in the last 3 or 4 months. And the reason for that is my book works for Amazon. Amazon knows that when they when they promote my book, I have a good conversion. My book sells well. They make more money when they promote my book than when they promote someone else's book. And the reason for that is based on what I'm going to show you right now. So step 1 of the formula, we're going to backtrack now, and we're going to start walking you through each step of the formula. And this is how you want to think about marketing with Kindle. We're going to identify 3 books and the top 10 results of any category bestseller list. So when you go to Amazon and you identify a book that's selling well and you click on a link, you'll find a list of books that are in that category that are the best sellers. And we've got 2 bits of criteria. Those 3 books have to, number 1, be published for at least 60 days. And number 2, they have to have an Amazon bestsellers rank below 15,000. Now this is where it gets fun, and like I said, I've really got a lot to share. I hope you guys are digging it. I love sharing this. Anybody have any idea why the 3 books and the top 10 results have to be published for at least 60 days? Does anybody have any idea? I want to teach you guys and share how this formula works so it makes sense, okay? Longevity, marketing trends, reviews, not reviews, it's not a fluke, kind of. Nikki. That's getting there. That's getting there. Amazon promotes new. Yeah, that's it. Russell's got it. Exactly. Okay, so here's the deal. The 3 books and the top 10 of any category should be published for at least 60 days because Amazon absolutely loves new products. And when a product's new, Amazon promotes it more because consumers love new products. It's not so much that Amazon likes new products. Consumers love anything new. They stand in line for the latest Apple gadgets. They stand in line to see the new Star Trek or Star Wars movie. So because consumers love new, Amazon promotes them more. Now, the second thing we want to do is we want to identify books that have an Amazon bestsellers rank of 15,000 or below. And what that is doing is it's saying that that category is a strong category. Let's talk a little bit more about these numbers. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to ensure you're creating a book based on a selling topic. This is very important. You just don't want to create a book because you're excited about the subject. You want to ensure that there are sales happening based on the topic of the book you're going to create. We don't want to lift a finger. We don't want to write a word. We don't want to pay an outsourcer until we've identified a selling topic. Now, some of you have asked a lot of questions, and honestly, I've got a lot of information to cover. I want to stay focused. I want to guide you through the entire system. I'll take questions later. I hope that seems fair. I want to break this down step by step. So the really important stuff, write it down. I'll do my best to get to everybody's questions. There's a lot of people here, but I will definitely take questions as we move forward. So here it is. This is the data. Okay, every page on Amazon has got this product details. And you'll see here in yellow it says Amazon bestsellers rank 57,000. Now, what I want you to know is that there are over 1 million books published to the Kindle store. There are over 1 million ebooks published. That means if you've got a book that's below an Amazon bestsellers rank of 10,000, you're outselling 99% of all books in the Kindle market. Okay, that's a really great benchmark, 10,000. And what I'm showing you now is basically we're looking at 3 books in the top 10 category results, and I'll show you that in a minute. What is a category result? And it should be published for at least 60 days. We want it past the period of new. If it's still driving sales after the new period, that's what we want. We don't want the sales to dry up after 30 days. And the sales, Amazon bestsellers rank, rather, should be 15,000 or below. Now, children's books, we go up to 25,000, and the reason for that is they're cheaper to create, they're easier to create, and we're okay with the fact that the earnings might be slightly lower because it doesn't cost as much to produce the book. So here you can see there's the bestsellers rank, and right now this book has a bestsellers rank of 57,000, right? And here we see these links. It says Kindle Store, ebooks, teens, education. And if I were to click one of those links, I'd wind up on this page. Now this is the page you want to be on. You want to be on Amazon bestsellers in categories. So here I can see I'm under professional and technical, civil service, and firefighting and prevention. And these are the best-selling books in the category. So all I need to do is look at each book and identify if there are 3 books that have been published for 60 days or longer and have an Amazon bestsellers rank of 15,000 or below. It's not that hard. And when we do that, what we're getting is a rough category average that gives us an idea if this topic or category, if there's sales flowing through it. So again, write this down, guys. You've got it in your book. You might want to take some crib notes kind of thing. 3 books, top 10, 60 days or less, 60 days or more, and an Amazon bestsellers rank of 15,000 or below. Children's books, 25,000 or below. Now, we only publish to categories that we approve. We only publish to categories that have that criteria that I just laid out. That's piggyback promos. That's step number 1. Now, what we're going to do is we've identified a category to publish to. We know there's a lot of money flowing through that category. And now what we're going to do is we're going to name our book to drive more traffic. This is called traffic revenge. And we're going to look at, like I said, Google and Amazon. Now, I'll tell you guys, when I got started, I heard all kinds of stuff like, only pay attention to Amazon. And don't worry about the keywords at Amazon. Focus on the categories. You need to find the right kind of category. And then I heard people saying, no, it's the keywords at Amazon. And then other people told me, don't use the keyword tool at Google. This isn't Google searchers. This is Amazon. Well, here's what I want you to think about. If there are hundreds of thousands of people that are searching Google for books, and you have a chance to get 25% more traffic from Google, wouldn't you want extra traffic? Of course, of course. So I look at all of this stuff, and I'm going to show you exactly how I break it down. And this is the result. Okay, this book that you're seeing now, I chose the keyword smoothie recipes for weight loss when I named the book. And that book was in the top 2 or 3 results for that keyword phrase within a few days. Brand new book, no history, no proof, no big author name behind it, and I was driving traffic immediately. Now, again, it's not just Amazon. Why wouldn't you want to rank #1 in Google when people search for smoothies for weight loss book? Holy smokes, that's exactly what our product is. And this is a different keyword phrase from Google, smoothie recipes weight loss book, #1 ranking. And I have got tons of these kind of rankings from Amazon, from Google, and more traffic when you do it the way I'm showing you equals more money. Now, here we are looking at a keyword phrase, smoothie recipes. Now, notice I haven't searched the Kindle store. I've searched the entire Amazon store, and my book is #2. When I created the book, my initial goal was to rank for smoothie recipes for weight loss. And after that, I wanted to start kicking some serious marketing butt on smoothie recipes. And I have achieved my goal, and because of that, I drive more traffic. And every time sales are made, Amazon takes notice and says, people are buying this book. So that's why they choose my book to promote and send out emails and so on. Now, you see the book that's listed #1? I'm going to show you what that book, the author, is really doing wrong and what they could do to improve their results. They're actually making some mistakes, and I'm going to break those down for you. Now, I just searched Amazon today, and I did this exact search. I searched space across the entire Amazon store, and you'll notice that in this screen capture, my book ranks #4. There's more than 700,000 results, and there's Brian Johnson hanging out with National Geographic. I'm a #1 bestseller. I get tons of traffic, and it's all based on what I'm showing you guys. And when you start stacking up the steps in order, right? Step 1 is make sure you're going into a niche where there's money. Step 2, get more traffic than most authors, because we're thinking about marketing. Step 3, what we're going to cover in a bit, is how to get more sales with the same traffic. And here you can see in 1 month, that smoothie book made me $987. Okay, this is how I name all my books. All my books are titled or named in 2 parts. Part 1 is always the initial keyword phrase that I'm targeting. And in this case, remember I mentioned my first goal was to rank in Amazon for smoothie recipes for weight loss. That was an actual term that people are searching for, and I wanted to be #1. And I got my wish right away because I used step 2, traffic revenge. Now, the second part of the title is a description of the book. And it's not any description. It's a description that includes singular keywords from Amazon that describe my product based on what people are looking for. So some people were looking for books about smoothie, and they were searching for diet. Some people were looking for smoothie recipes cleanse. Some people were searching for green smoothie recipes. Some people were searching for smoothie recipes for weight loss book. And basically, by creating this kind of a title, you're able to drive more traffic from Amazon. So we've got traffic from Google, which most authors don't, and we're tapping into more traffic at Amazon as well. So how do I do that? Well, I don't need fancy or technical anything. Remember, at the beginning of this presentation, I said, You don't need to be a marketing genius. You don't need to have a lot of fancy technical stuff. You don't have to have domains or hosting. This is what I do. I go to Amazon. I select Kindle Store. And what I do is I enter in one singular word that best describes the book I'm going to create. And in this case, the word is smoothie. And I look down, and the first thing I notice is that a whole bunch of people are searching for smoothie recipes. Smoothie recipes weight loss, smoothie recipes for beginners, smoothie recipes free. Okay, lots of people are wanting recipes. I take note of that. The second thing I notice is lots of people are also interested in weight loss. So it makes a lot of sense that I target smoothie recipes for weight loss. And that is the title of my book and how I start off. Now I've identified the first part of my title. Now what I need to do is I need to accumulate a list of keywords that I'm going to create a description for my book on. And it's just not any words. I want to know how people are searching. You see, this is how I think. I want to know how human beings are using Amazon. I want to know how humans are searching Google so I can get some more traffic. So I type in smoothie A, and I look at all the keywords, and smoothie B, and I see smoothie book, and I write down book. And then I put in smoothie C, and I see, oh, smoothie cookbook, write down cookbook. Smoothie cleanse, okay, write down cleanse. And by the time I get through the alphabet, it takes me about 8-10 minutes. I've got maybe 15 keywords. Depending on the niche, it might be 5, it might be 30, whatever. And I create a description based on those singular keywords. Okay, so at this point, we're doing good. We've got a part 1 of our title. We've got part 2. We've got description keywords. We're driving traffic from all over the place. But I'm still not done with Google yet. And I'm still not done naming my book, because I've identified that my ultimate goal is going to be smoothie recipes, right? That's the thing I want to rank for. So I want to understand how people are going to be searching for smoothie recipes when they're at Google to see if I can tap into that extra traffic I talked about. Is this making sense, guys? Are you guys seeing this? Is anybody feeling as excited as I do? Like I said, it's so neat to be able to do this. And what you're seeing is you're seeing a Kindle system based on a guy that has wrapped his head around SEO and understands search like few people. I'm not tooting my horn. I honestly believe that. If you study something for 10 years, you know, you didn't see Brian talking about social marketing. You didn't see Brian selling stuff about advertising. I was the SEO guy. And this is how my mind works, and I'm simply applying what I've learned over 10 years to Kindle marketing, and that makes it a little different than a lot of stuff. So here I am. I'm trying to decipher what kind of keywords are going to make sense. So I think, well, what I should probably do is search for smoothie recipes for weight loss to see if people are searching Google for that. Now, what I found out is not only were they searching for that phrase, but that phrase is being searched for about 20,000 times a month. And I didn't stop there. I then dug deeper. I mined more keywords, and I found people were searching for smoothie recipes, weight loss, vegetables, energy, protein, and book. Do you think I added the word book to my book title just for the heck of it? No. I used the word book in my title because one of the things that you're doing when you're publishing a book is you're making a page on Amazon. Okay, you're making a page on Amazon, and the title of your book is also the title tag of the page on Amazon. And the title tag is the most powerful thing for driving free search engine traffic. So I use the word book to get some more of that great traffic. And here you can see Smoothie Recipes book. Okay, so at that point, if you name your books in this manner, it doesn't take long. It's just working smart. And 5 to 10 minutes of research before you get started can help you drive so much more traffic. And honestly, you know, this system allows me to drive anywhere from 20 to 40, 50% more traffic than most authors because I'm doing the research. I'm understanding what's happening on Google and Amazon. Okay, we're doing good. We've got a topic. We've got a title that kicks all kinds of serious SEO booty. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make more money. Step 3 is the money multiplier. So making money online is really about 2 factors. It's driving traffic and it's converting the traffic into a sale. So in other words, if someone searches for smoothie recipes for weight loss book, and they click the link, I drove the traffic, and that's half the equation. Now what I need to do is I need to get them to buy the button to buy the book. That's a conversion. And when you pair up traffic with great conversion strategies, you're going to do quite well. That's exactly what we're going to do. This step will help you to convert more of your traffic into buyers, resulting into more money. And what I want you to know is I've made a lot of mistakes. I did the homework, and my smoothie book did not always look like the book you see on Amazon today. And I'll also say I personally believe a lot of people are making mistakes when it comes to the kind of covers they're publishing to Kindle. Your cover can dictate whether you make $100 a month or $300 a month. Now, if you had to spend $20 to get a good cover and doing so allowed you to earn twice as much money, wouldn't that be a good investment of your income? Now, look at this cover. All kinds of stuff going wrong. Number one, clean, simple design. Notice smoothie recipes for weight loss is across the whole line. And because of that, you can't really decipher any of the words. It looks like the font has been bolded. All the words are smashed together. It wasn't really that great. Another thing I don't like about this cover is that scale in the middle, and it's like two borders. There's like a border in the middle and another border, and in the middle of the second border picture thing, there's a scale, and we're trying to get witty. That's not what you want. You want people to immediately go, bam! That's what I want. On a subconscious level, their mind should go, that's the thing I want to check out. And it's based on visual appearance, okay? Now, guys, let me ask you a question. How much do you think that book was making when I first launched that book? Okay, that's the book I launched. That's the cover, rather. That's the cover I launched with. And I launched in September of last year. Do you think I was making $100 a month, $20 a month, $1,000 a month? Oh, we've got $7, $100, $7. A lot of people think $7. That's interesting to me. $7 a month, $50 a month. Well, remember I said a really great benchmark of bestseller, Amazon bestseller, is 10,000. Yeah, warrior form pricing mindset. Yes, I agree, Jennifer. Harold gets the award. Harold gets $300, and that's about the closest guess I've seen so far. So that book actually did pretty good. Okay, that book had an Amazon bestsellers rank of 10,000. It was actually outselling 99% of all Kindle books during the first 2 to 3 weeks, and it was averaging more towards the $250 a month. Let's just say $150 to $250, but more around $250 a month. And you know, just because the cover wasn't great, right from the beginning, I was doing good with Kindle. Remember that traffic leverage, step 2. I had that stuff dialed in from day one. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy for Brian Johnson because he's got that experience. Now converting cover graphics, I had to think a while about that, and so on. Okay. Now, with that, like I said, I really hadn't honed what I'm teaching and sharing with you guys today. I hadn't honed that to a razor sharp edge, and I wanted to test out some additional tactics that later ended up in the 6-step revenge formula that I'm sharing with you guys today. Now, I wanted to test out some new tactics, 2 specifically. Number 1, a new cover. I spent $20. And I also wanted to implement some book launch strategies. And we'll talk about that in about 10 minutes. And the result was tremendous. I mean, absolutely tremendous. And this is the cover that I have today. Now, I might actually do another update, and you guys, pay attention. Go back and look at my smoothie book in 3 months and see if the cover's changed. Now, when I first got my new cover back, I didn't like it. Number 1, the background was almost white. That's bad. This screenshot you're seeing has got a white background. That's actually taken from the Amazon website. The Amazon website uses a white background. If your book has a white background, it bleeds and goes away. It's hard for people to decipher that that's the book. Okay? So when I got the cover back the first time, I told my designer to make the background a slightly darker color. I don't care if it's a slightly pastel green or a blue. Just give me more of a background color so it stands out against the white Amazon background. Now, number two, I said I want you to include a border around my cover because I want my book to pop. And I like the thin, elegant border I have here. Some of my borders are a little bit wider. It doesn't matter if it's thin or thick. Don't go overboard. Don't make your border ridiculously, 15 pixels wide and bright red. No. A border helps improve conversions. Also, if my target keyword phrase is smoothie recipes, and all kinds of people are searching for a book that is, what kind of book did you buy, Jim? Oh, what about smoothies, smoothie recipes? Well, those are the words that should stand out on the cover. And you want to design for the thumbnail. What does that mean? Well, when people search, they're looking at all kinds of little covers of different books. And you want your book to be the one that stands out and gets the click. Okay? Can you imagine? Okay, I launch in September. I'm in hog heaven. I'm making $200-300 a month. I'm on top of the world. I've got the keywords down, and I'm excited to do my next test in my next week. And can you imagine my excitement when then in that next month is basically January? I'm plotting this all out in December, and I did 423 net sales. Holy smokes! And 110 borrows, nearly $1,000. And what I want you guys to know is that book cost me a few $100. Okay, I don't want you to think that my system and my formula is all about kids' books, because it's not. Some of you are saying, well, I'm having a hard time finding the ideal kids' book and the numbers. Okay, I get that. We'll talk about that at the end. But also note that I have a lot of books about a lot of different topics. And once you're making $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month, it's pretty easy to pay $200 on a book for the content when you earn $500 a month. And that's what I earned in April with that book. Now, here are some ways to get covers. Go to Fiverr and hire 3 people. Don't hire one. Get 3 covers and use the best one. Split test. Run your book for a month and see what kind of sales you get. Try a different cover later and see if sales improve. One of the things you can do is if you search Google, you can see in the screen capture pre-made covers. Okay, if you search for pre-made covers, this website here, Go On Right, will show up. And they've got amazing covers that you can buy for about $30. They're unique, one-of-a-kind covers. The designer makes them, and you basically title them. You pick out one that makes sense for your book. You send the author name. You send the name of the book. He tweaks the cover, sends you the cover, takes it off the inventory, and you're good to go. That is a great way to get an amazing-looking cover to help you move forward. Again, no white background. Include a border. Design for the thumbnail. When people are searching, your cover should be easy, clean, and simple to understand, okay? So are you guys, you seeing how this is starting to stack up? Guys, we're doing, what this is something that I learned years ago. Let's call a spade a spade. Internet marketing is complicated. It's overwhelming. There are, if you listen to Matt Cutts and SEO, did you know that there are over 100 factors that we consider in the algorithm? And my friends, if you try to take into 100 ranking algorithm things every time you post, could you imagine having a checklist of 100 things that you needed to check? Based on the algorithm at Google, you drive yourself insane. What I do is I prioritize. I want you to write that down. It's very important. I prioritize the most important factors that get me to the money. And what we're talking about is choosing a niche, very important. Driving more traffic, important. A good cover, critical. I don't go into every last damn detail, and a lot of people do. And it keeps you guys second guessing yourself. Follow the 6 steps. You're going to prioritize because you're following them, and you're going to do better. Okay? Okay, let's continue and let's move on. Step 4. This is called review madness. Now, why did I call it review madness? Because holy smokes, internet marketers are insane sometimes. Have you guys ever seen this? Let's go back and talk SEO, okay? That's my background. A lot of you have probably heard SEO. And you know links are good, right? And when we figured out that links were good, we figured if 10 links are good, then 10,000 links are even better. It's not how it works. If you start breaking the rules, if you start abusing, people take notice. And people have figured out that reviews are important at Amazon, and they are. But let's play in an ethical way. Let's create good books. Let's create value for people. And let's get reviews in an ethical way. You don't need 50 reviews. In fact, I see this happening, and it saddens me. It drives me a little bit insane. Now, if you've done this or if you've seen this, you know, maybe someone hasn't told you what I'm telling you now. But if you're an unknown author, if you don't have a single book out, if you don't have a website, if you can't drive hundreds of thousands of visitors to your page, if Amazon doesn't know who the heck you are, how is it that if you published a book on Monday, you've got 50 reviews in 3 days? It's artificial, and that's why I call this review madness, okay? We want real people to review our book. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't really have to worry about it? It just happened naturally over time? We just need a few seed reviews to get the ball rolling. I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. Now, this is, if you were to search Amazon right now for space, this is what you'd see. Now, they just did something. They're always testing, just like I am. Amazon's testing. They removed this badge, but what's cool is that I'm still #1, so I felt good about that. If you look at my book, I'm #1 in the astronomy category under children's books. Pretty awesome, and I'm outranking National Geographic. How did I do that? The 6-step formula. It plain works. Now, notice in this screen capture, this was taken about 3 weeks ago. I had 16 reviews. And what I want you to notice now is that, let's go back here. 16 reviews. Yeah, I think now I got like 18 or I don't know. I'm always getting more. But basically, this is some of the most recent reviews. Okay, this is literally 3 weeks ago. This says, nice pictures. Remember I said pictures were important? Just the right length. Okay, I did something right once. I did something right twice. I enjoyed reading it with my son. How could you complain given the price? Okay, I did my job. I got a real review from a real person that gave me 5 stars, and it's based on this system. Now, remember I said it's not the kids that buy the book, it's the adults, it's the moms and dads, and they need to feel good about their buying decision. Notice this review, very educational for my 5-year-old. This was a great book about space, and it gave him a good history lesson. Well, I did my job again. It wasn't hard. I outsourced it. I'm still making, this book is kicking butt right now based on what I'm showing you guys. Now, here's what's not allowed, okay? You don't need to overanalyze and spend a day on the terms of service. This is the most important aspect of reviews, and this is what's important to Amazon. Reviews for any form of compensation are not allowed. You can't offer someone a box of steaks if you review my book. You're compensating that individual. You cannot pay someone $5 when you review my book. People do that. They outsource reviews, and that's bad. And I say that with some passion because I don't want you to get your account canceled. You've heard the horror stories. I play by the rules. I don't always have as many reviews in the beginning, but over time I do just fine, and I win because I'm creating a better book. I'm creating books based on real content. I'm not hashing articles and just using software to smash crap together and stocking the virtual shelves worth of hundreds of worthless books. I'm creating books that read well. They've got excellent images and pictures, and people like them. And when you do that, you get reviews. Now, when I launch a book, I only want 2 or 3 reviews. And how do you do that? It's brand new. Well, you do need to get the ball rolling. And here's what you can do. You can go to Facebook, or you can send some emails to your friends, and you can say, hey, Jim, I've got a book coming out in a week. I'd love to get some feedback. Would you be interested in providing some feedback of my book? I didn't compensate Jim at all. I just said, Jim, will you do something for me? That's it. I didn't break the terms of service. Now, think about if you did that on Facebook and you happen to have 300 friends. You could get a few reviews pretty easily, right? Don't overdo it, because when you use the system, step 6 is free promotions, and that will help you get reviews. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, step 5 is magic bullet books. And what I want you guys to know is I've got all kinds of methods and strategies to create books. I shared one of them with you tonight. I've got some stuff on leveraging experts in your community. Maybe you know someone that's a dog trainer. Amazing. Maybe they're into yoga. Or maybe they're really into working out in the gym and they're doing the whole 6-pack abs. Let me tell you, lots of money there. And if you're sitting down at coffee and they say, you know, I need to make some more money, you can say, well, I happen to be on this thing with Kindle Publishing, and I wonder if you'd be interested in spending maybe an hour and a half with me this Sunday over coffee. I want to interview you, create a book based on the interview, and I want to stop by later and take a bunch of pictures. Holy smokes, that's the perfect book. That's what I'm talking about. That's what people are looking for. And again, I've got all kinds of methods. I can't go through them all tonight. Obviously, we've already been doing a lot of training, and we've been at it for an hour. So at this point, guys, you've got a selling topic. You've created a title that's packed with keywords to drive traffic from Amazon and Google. You've got a cover that kicks serious butt, okay? And you've got a few reviews to get the thing started. Now, the last step is to schedule a free promotion. I always think of that Red Hot Chili Peppers song, give it away, give it away, give it away. And you can give your book away, and it has a big impact on a lot of different factors with Amazon. Amazon, the algorithm, sees that your book is getting downloaded. It's almost like a purchase, and they push your book out to more people. When people get your book, they can come back and review your book. So giving your book away for free is really helpful. Now, here's how it works. When you sign up for KDP Select, you get 5 free promotional days. You get 5 free days every 90 days. And that basically is an equation for internet marketers to go crazy with. And do I do 1 day every 21 days? Do I do 5 days all at once? Do I do a 3-day promotion on week 1 and then a 2-day promotion on week 3 or month 3? Well, I've tested this out numerous times. And remember I said that the amount of downloads can really impact your sales? Notice in the same month that I made $987, I gave the smoothie book away 6,250 times. And here's another book downloaded 7,467 times. And the Space book, it was free on June 6th and 7th. It was downloaded. Here it says 718. It was actually downloaded about 900 times. This was taken when the book was still free, so there were still downloads happening. Okay, I'm going to drop out of the presentation. Make sure you guys are still with me. Sometimes I lose the toolbars and whatnot, okay? So, okay, you guys, you guys with me? Everybody just checking in? Okay, so we're going to kind of wrap it up. I hope you guys have found this helpful. Now we're going to go through this last step, and again, this can really supercharge your ability to get results, okay? I hope you have appreciated what I presented to you. I put my heart and soul in it. I want you to do this and so on. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back into the last part. Sorry for dropping in and out, but I want us to feel like we're all in this together, okay? It's kind of how Brian works, you know? Okay, number 1, when we talk about free days, guys, I've tested this about 5 to 8 times. Oh my gosh. Do not use free days consecutively. In other words, don't take all 5 days and don't use them all at once. How do I know that? Well, I've done it. And I've tried it 3 or 4 times. So the last time I tried it, I connected it with some other stuff, like news releases and stuff on Facebook, and it still didn't work as well. And why is that? Well, here's how it works. You see, the first day of a promotion, you're going to get a lot of downloads. And the second day, again, a lot of downloads. Maybe you're going to get 1,000 downloads on day 1, 1,000 downloads on day 2, and then they start to decrease. Day 3, you're going to do well, but you might get 600. You certainly rather have 1,000. And by the time you hit day 4, they really start to tank. You might do 400 or 500. Okay? Now, instead of using all 5 days, doesn't it make more sense to do 2 days, 2 days, and then later do a day? Well, it does, because you end up having more downloads over the course of the 90 days. So with a brand new book launch, this is exactly what I do. You're going to schedule a 2-day promotion on a Wednesday or a Thursday as soon as your book is launched. Wednesday and Thursday, because you're priming for the weekend. If you do Wednesday, Thursday, Amazon notices it on Friday, and they push your book out over the weekend, and people are hanging out, reading books, relaxing, cozying up with a good book, right? So 2 days, and a day. That's a new book. Now, with an established book, you do the same thing. You spread the days out more. 2 days, 2 days, and a day. And you only do a promotion for an established book when you need to improve your sales. So I don't really worry about it too much with the smoothie book. I just do the days when I want to, and so on. And why this works is because, like I said, we're ultimately getting more downloads right off the bat. Now, with a new book launch, I like to use a lot of the days up right in the first month. And the reason for that is we've got to compete. We don't have any reviews, or just very few. We have 2 or 3 reviews. We need to get Amazon to take notice, and we want results immediately. We want to see that this works. So with a new book, I use those days up right away because it gives my book momentum. Okay? Here are a few tips. I want you to think about being reasonably prolific. If you think you're going to try this once, I'm going to try it, you've got to be in. You've got to you've got to say, that's the thing I'm going to do. Literally, I'm sitting here, I'm like pointing my finger, and I'm saying, that's what I'm going to do. You can't pussyfoot around this, guys. If you want success in life, you've got to take the bull by the horns and know it's going to be bumpy. Okay? Now, it's exciting, it's fun, but don't think releasing one book is going to do it, because it's probably not. Does it mean you're not going to make money? You'll probably make money, but at the same time, what I'm doing is being reasonably prolific, and I'm not hedging my bets with one book. I'm releasing quality books, 2 or 3 a month, and I'm going to start going in internet marketing. I'm going to start using this in a number of different ways. I've just completed phase 2. Phase 1 was learning and figuring out. Phase 2 was really coming up with a system, and phase 3 is kind of where I'm heading now. So I said phase 2. Yeah, I completed phase 2. So I can't wait to take this to the next level, right? So focus on being reasonably prolific. And you've got to add value. You don't see me producing crappy books. My covers look nice. The content reads well. I pay people good. Okay, when they do good work for me, I give them a bonus sometimes. I take care of my people, and you know what happens? They take care of me in return. And I want you to think about building a better book at each stage of the way. At step 1, you're going to do a little bit better with the marketing research. And with step 2, you're going to get a little bit more traffic because you're building a better marketing trap. That should really say a better marketing trap or a better marketing system, right? We're also creating a great book, and the books are solid, but really we're doing better with the marketing. Now, here I want to share with you one thing that I have created for myself, all right? And it's basically formatting simplified. You see, one of the things I found is that if you're formatting for Kindle, it's really not that difficult until you get to books with a lot of images. And then the images make it a little bit more complex. You've got to resize the images. You've got to compress the images. You've got to squeeze them in a way. They've got to be formatted just right for the Kindle. So I actually created a system. And it cost me a pretty penny. I hired a developer in the UK, Cambridge, UK, and he worked for about 6 to 8 weeks. And this is actually an online service. You log into it, and it does all the formatting for you. And that is so powerful because you don't have to worry about how big your images are. Our system reformats it. And you don't have to worry if you're on a Macintosh. Maybe you're on a Mac and you're saying, well, can I install it? Does it work on a Mac? It's on a website. You can be on vacation in Hawaii with your laptop. You can log in, format your book quickly and easily. It's just like an email system. Here you can see I've got a couple books, Amazon Kindle Guide. I clicked on Show Pages, and you can see Edit, Edit, Edit. And if I need to edit, it looks literally like you're writing an email. Or it looks like a word processor like Microsoft Word or Macintosh Pages. You've got a bold, italic, you can underline, you can add and resize images. It just works really neat. And literally you use that system, it creates a zip file, you go to Amazon, you select your book, and you upload. It's just that easy. Now, guys, I've shown you what I'm doing. And you might be thinking, does this really work? Can I really get results from this? And I should ask for testimonials more often, because I actually asked my email list for testimonials about 6 to 8 weeks ago. And I've never met Brock, but he sent me this. He said, your training and publishing to Amazon Kindle has changed my financial life. I feel blessed. Goal number 2, helping people achieve success, completed for Brock. He's making $1,000 a month based on my training. And this is Bob. And he says, Brian, it was your training that stood out and helped me achieve the most success with Kindle. Job done again. And this is what I want you guys to know, okay? Mark my words. Right now, there are hundreds of people here. There are 341 people here. And I know people are going to move forward and get results. How can I say that? Because I've been here time and time again. I've been doing this for 12, 13 years. I've been teaching since 2008. I've done the homework and research, and I'm wondering if it's going to be you. It can be you today. It can be you tomorrow. You can take the bull by the horns. You can jump on this opportunity, and you can really get results. What I've just shown you is real methods. This is no tomfoolery. This is no shenanigans. We like that in internet marketing, right? Shenanigans. It's fun. It's kind of a playful word. But this is real. I've just shown you a real system. It's producing real results for people that have bought my training. You don't see gurus and other guys selling products giving me testimonials. I don't roll that way. And like I said, I want you to get some results. So with that, here's what I've done. I've actually created a tremendous coaching program. And what I've given you guys is, I feel, definitely worth $10. I hope you feel that too. I hope you feel your time was valuable here. I hope you feel connected to this system. And if you want more information, if you want more Brian Johnson in a way that seldom becomes available online, if you want to be a part of an opportunity that truly is rare in internet marketing, I will definitely tell you about what I'm calling the Revenge of the Affiliates coaching program. Thank you for saying it was worth more than $10 P part-time. So do you guys want to hear about my coaching? Do you want to hear more about what I've got in store if you're excited? All right, Karen, Kimberly, Liz, yes. Yes, please. Coaching sounds great. Yes, you. Fantastic. I am pumped. Hell to the yes says, I think it, wow, you guys are on fire. Yes, there will be a replay. Absolutely. Here's what I want you to know. Brian Johnson does not half-ass it. This will not be for everybody, and this will not be $9.97. Do you know why? Because I've spent a year and a half developing this system, and I'm prepared to hang out with people that join my coaching for the next 2 to 3 months. I'm prepared to get on these kind of webinars and teach and train, okay? That's what I'm prepared to do, and my time is valuable. But let's jump in. You guys said you wanted to see what I've got in store. This is it. I want you to know that you can do this. This is not a digital product. This is not a plug-in. This is me. This is something that is rarely offered online. I'm talking about true coaching, and I'm just going to say it, okay? I think people abuse this damn phrase, coaching. Now, I'm human. I'm not perfect. If you try to get a coaching from Brian at 3 a.m., it's probably not going to work well for you. But I give 128%, and when I do win, I got all my cards on the table, and I give you 125%. If you give me 100%, I'll match you. If you give me 200%, I don't give up. Okay? I'm an enthusiastic guy. I like to generate results for other people. That turns me on big time. Yes, I can't spell worth a crap, but boy, can I coach people. Okay? That's what this is. This is access to a formula that has been proven. It's access to me as well. And you get access to the Kindle formatting solution that is Magic Bullet Books. Okay? As I said, this is for people that are truly ready for success. This is for people that are serious. This is for people that want to partner with me right now today. Now, we're not going to, this isn't like forever. This is a coaching program that's going to last for 3 months. But that's a long time. And I'm willing to do 9 live webinars with you over the coming months. I'm willing to meet with you weekly to teach you this in depth. I don't sell you stuff. I get on and I teach like I've done tonight. And when you need support, you've got someone to turn to. We'll talk about that. So module number 1 is valued at $197. You get PDF reports. If you like to read, I've got you covered. You see, again, I've tried to break down the roadblocks. If you like to read and you were disappointed because you went into a membership and there was no PDFs or materials to read, well, I don't want that to even cross your mind because I want you producing. Okay? Now, maybe you're not like that. You'd rather get Brian Johnson and hear him make silly jokes about his dog or get overpassionate about something, and you want to see how I do something in real time on a video. Well, you've got over-the-shoulder videos. In fact, you've got 6 over-the-shoulder videos, you've got the PDF, and you get a live coaching webinar on piggyback promos. And by the way, that webinar on piggyback promos, we're really going to dive in deep. I'm going to show you more stuff that I just didn't have time to. I'm going to make sure you get it. I'm going to make sure that you get results. That's going to be happening on July 10th. Timing is pretty good for us. You've got some time to get in and get prepared for the July 10th webinar. Now, module number 2 is Traffic Revenge. It's also valued at $197. You get the PDF. You can download that right now. It's ready. You get 7 over-the-shoulder videos. Those are ready to go. You get live coaching and whatnot. That's valued at $197. And module number 3 is the Money Multiplier. And that's also valued at $197. You get PDFs if you want to read it. You get 9 over-the-shoulder videos. You get the live coaching. And again, that's valued at $197. Can you guys see this happening? Can you see that, this is something that you absolutely could be moving forward with? And you're excited to really get results. Maybe you've been doing Kindle and you can see that my training can help you go to the next level. I hope so, because as I said, we've got hundreds of people. There are close to 400 people here right now, and I know a lot of people are going to jump in, and I hope that's you. Okay? Now, module number 4 is valued at $197. Again, we got the reports, PDF reports, over-the-shoulder videos, live webinars, and module 5 is Magic Bullet Books. That's actually 3 modules in one. You see, we have module 5.1. That's the children's book blueprint. Now, in the coming weeks, I'm going to launch module 5.2. I'm really excited about that module and module 5.3 because these are other methods that I'm personally using or will be using. In fact, my iPad is filled with digital images that I'm going to create books on, and I want to share with you what those images are and how you can do it yourself, how you can leverage your iPhone or your Droid to create great picture books. Not children's books, by the way. So that module 5 is 3 modules. You get all that. You get the PDFs. In fact, you can download the children's book blueprint right now. It's 4,000 words, okay? It's valued at $197. And Module 6 is push button promos. That's also valued at $197. You get the PDFs, you get the videos, you get live coaching webinars. And I also have 2 additional modules I'll be releasing in the coming months. You get Traffic Unlimited and Outsource It, where I show you how to outsource, and I give you some tactics for using Facebook and some other strategies like Google and YouTube to drive additional traffic. Again, you get PDFs, videos, all the good stuff. And immediately when you begin, you've got a getting started guide, you've got a goal sheet, and it's all valued at $47. Okay? Now, I've got more because you're getting 12 weekly by-the-hand coaching webinars. These are valued at $497. And if I were to charge, let's say $50 a pop, this price is actually less than that. That would be like $600. These are no-pitch webinars. I'm not selling you any more anything. You're in the coaching program that lasts for 3 months. Okay? Now, if you've got questions, you can show up and get feedback from me. And you get access to a community. This is a private forum where you can ask me questions. I will provide feedback for you on the forum. I will address your concerns. I will help you. I'll help you through the issues you might be facing. And we've got a Facebook group of over 450 members, and you can get feedback from those people as well. That's valued at $47. And you also get access to my Magic Bullet Books software suite that's valued at $297. Now, when you join my coaching program, you get lifetime access to everything I'm showing you. Okay? Magic Bullet Books is valued at $297. You'll have access for the rest of your life. You won't have to worry about what size is perfect for Kindle books with your images. You won't have to worry about resizing your images. You'll just use our system. You'll be able to use it whether you're on a Mac or a PC, and it works super well. In fact, the members on the inside have already created hundreds of books. Can you believe there's people on the inside that have already published a handful of books and are making sales right now? It's happening. Now, you're probably, how much does all this cost, Brian? And I've just broken it down. You can see I don't really half-ass anything. I put all my cards on the table. I'm doing this for the next 3 months, and this is your chance to join ranks, to join the other members on the inside, to get a hold of the training, to get a hold of the software solution to simplify, to streamline. And I want you to ask yourself, how much is your time worth? How much is your time? Do you want to try to do this on your own? If you're sitting there scratching your head and thinking, this might be good, I want you to ask yourself, how have you done up until this point? Do you feel there's been a true coaching program offered to you that lasted for 3 months? Did anybody offer you 9 live webinars? If you're serious about getting results, this can be the thing that can help you achieve that. I can say that because I've done 3 of these in the last 5 years. I don't do them often because it just takes a whole lot of work and effort. I'm willing to do that to help guide people through. But pulling this off takes a lot of passion, a lot of focus and effort, and I do it about once a month. Now, this is valued at $2,317. I'm not going to haggle. I'm not going to say it's not $997. I wanted you to feel like I was a real guy. I want you to feel like you can partner with me, and it really will be a little different than most of the stuff you've bought. That's the kind of experience I'm hoping for. So what I'm telling you is that you can join me today for actually not even $697. You see, I want you to get in, and I want you to jump in and save some money. And you've got about a weekend, 2 or 3 days to review the materials, to get caught up to speed, to go through and understand how my system works in more depth. You have a chance to use the software. And then on July 10th, we're going to meet again. So if you get in now, I'm going to drop the price by $200 as an incentive to ensure your success. Okay? You're going to get an early bird discount of $200. Like I said, the next coaching webinar is on July 10th. There are over 350 members on the inside right now. And honestly, guys, this is going away soon. And why do I say that? Because if I'm doing live webinars, I can't have someone join after I've already given 7 of them. It doesn't work. People do not feel connected. People get freaked out. People feel like they're behind, and they quit, and they don't take action. So I'm closing the doors pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to go away for the 4th of July. I'm going to have a little bit of a getaway, spend some quality time with my wife and my standard poodle Otis. I'm going to catch my breath. I've worked my butt off for 6 weeks. I'm going to enjoy the effort I've put in. And then I'm going to get back, and on July 10th, we are going to hit the ground running. So you can access everything I've shared with you today for one payment of $497. This is your chance to be a part of a true coaching program. And like I said, I kind of believe that they're rare. For someone to do webinars, for someone to respond to messages. If you want direct access, you've got it. Go to the forum. I will support you there. I'm doing it right now. I've got hundreds of forum posts to my name, and I've got 5 or 6 forums for different programs I've launched over the last 5 years. I want you to know you've got a 45-day money-back guarantee. I don't care why. If you're not happy, you get your money back. It's that simple. You might not like my voice. You might really be dissatisfied with my grammar, or you might see a typo that pisses you off. If you're not happy, you get your money back, period. And furthermore, you keep everything you download. So you get in the members area, you download all these PDFs, you watch videos, you show up to live trainings, and if you're not satisfied over a 45 days, you can refund on day 45 and get all your money back. Okay? I mentioned my inner circle. I've mentioned my community and my forums. I've done this for a while. I've worked hard at establishing a pretty credible reputation. Patsy says when she spent $497 that it was the best investment I ever made. Patsy joined a coaching program that I did in the summer of 2010, and that was her comment on Facebook. This is the kind of stuff I like to share. Usually testimonials. I like when people say nice things, and I say, do you mind if I use that? And I've got a lot of them. Now, here's something special. You see, I really want you to get success, and I've created a bonus that is really valuable. In fact, this is kind of like real-world money. This isn't something I made. This is something I'm going to have to pay for out of my own pocket. In fact, I'm going to have to pay. I like to draw when I do these trainings. Okay, I'm going to buy an amazing cover for you. Like maybe you're going to write a book about how to attract a dude, and your book's going to be called How to Attract a Dude. These are the pre-made covers I talked about earlier, and one of these covers costs $40. And for anybody that joins and gets access tonight, I'm going to flip the bill. I'm going to buy the cover for you because I want you to join right now tonight. I want you to say, this sounds good, I want in, and I don't want you to think about it. Because you know what? Someday never comes. You might not do it tomorrow. You might get busy tomorrow. You might not make it a priority. You might feel different about it in the morning. But if you join tonight, you're going to be locked in. You're going to have some skin in the game. I get it. This is a big deal. This is not a $9 plugin. This is a coaching program. That means there's some skin in the game. You know, I mentioned someday never comes. Have you ever thought, someday I'm going to go take my wife to Hawaii? Or someday I'm going to get serious about internet marketing. There's never a right time. It's never the right time to propose. It's never the right time to take on a big project. It's never the right time to, if you just put stuff off all your life, you might find someday might never come. And you have a chance to get in tonight, right now, and to jump in. And that's why I'm going to make this special offer available. If anybody buys tonight, if your receipt says July 2nd, I'm going to flip the bill. I'm going to get you an amazing cover because I want you to make money. That helps me grow. That's my goal in life, is to make a bunch of money myself, to have fun, to play rock and roll music, and to help people succeed. So when you succeed, Brian Johnson succeeds, and it is synergy. And that's how I like to roll. So when you get in tonight, that's the bonus. Okay, guys? Now, if you access this page, you'll have a chance to access that bonus for July 2nd. That's revengeoftheaffiliates.com/webinar special. Okay? Now I'm going to drop out. I'm going to send you that link, and we're going to spend a little bit of time answering questions. I kind of took my time with this presentation. I really wanted to give you guys a lot of great info. I hope you found it helpful, and I want you to know that this is really the time to take action, and so on. Okay, just give me a second here, guys. Okay, so there's the address, revengeoftheaffiliates.com/webinar special. And when you buy tonight, you're going to be eligible to receive the pre-made cover. Okay, awesome. Rebecca says, Patreon, loved every minute. Do you have an example or two of your books? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I showed you tonight is real live stuff, guys. Let me just show you how good this works, okay? First of all, remember I said I pay attention to Google? What if we search for kids book about, hey, look at that, space. This is a real life example right here. That search term there gets searched for 1,900 times a month. And there's Brian Johnson, okay? Brian G, that's me, Brian G. Johnson. And if you click that link, that's extra traffic from Google. That's my book. These are real customer reviews, and so on. Now, if you search for smoothie recipes, here's another book of mine. Number 3 out of 400 results in the Kindle store. Just for the fun of it, let's search the entire Amazon website for smoothie recipes. Let's see how well this stuff works. Hey, not too bad. Number 3, 40 reviews. These are real reviews from people that buy my book, and so on. Okay? This book makes me good money every single month. These are just a few. You know, I've got other books. Let's go take a look here at the Hannah Getty page. Okay? So here's another book, Raw Food Diet. So this is one of the niche markets I'm in, so raw food and so on. And these are the things that you guys have an opportunity to jump in. And I want you to know that you could move forward. You could try to do this on your own. There are hurdles to overcome. It took me 15 months to develop this 6-step formula. Now, you can cut straight to the ahead of the line. You can bypass the traps and the pitfalls, and you can jump in and use a system that is proven to be effective. You can get with someone that is walking the walk and talking the talk. And I think that is incredibly valuable. And I want you to succeed. And like I said at the beginning of the presentation, I personally believe the best way to get results is to find someone that is doing exactly what they're teaching, and that's me. So I'm absolutely super excited. And like I said, I want you to know, guys, the doors are going to be closing soon. And the reason why is I cannot continue to bring people into this program. And quite honestly, this offer will be off the table in a handful of days. You've about got the weekend and it's game over, because at this point, there are 3 webinars that have been recorded already. The webinar that's coming up is the 4th webinar. Now you've got tons of time to go through and to get caught up. We're not going to meet again for 10 days. That means you actually 8 days. But you do have time to make it happen. I'm extremely confident of that, or you wouldn't have this offer. But as every day ticks, my confidence drops because the experience is different. If you were to join this thing on July 29th, ain't going to work. There's too much happening. If you get in now, it's very doable. You can get results. I want you to go to this link. If you open up your chat box, guys, okay, if you open up your chat box, you'll see a link in the chat, and it will take you straight to this page. This is the webinar special page, and this will get you the bonus for tonight, okay? This is the early bird. It's a one-time payment of $497, okay? I want you to know already, already I've got 350 people on the inside. You'll have lots of people to work with as well. There's lots of people on the forum, and this is a 45-day money-back guarantee, and this is your opportunity to come in and be a part of something special. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to open up the chat box, the GoToMeeting chat box. I want you to click the link that says chat, and I want you to then access the URL that I dropped. I want you to click the link that says Revenge of the Affiliates webinar. You're going to land on this page. I want you to scroll down, and I want you to click this button here. Now what's going to happen is you're going to come to this buy page, and you're going to be making a payment through PayPal. You can pay with a credit card or PayPal, and you're going to basically access the materials. You're going to get on inside tonight. You're going to get that awesome cover that I'm going to buy for you. That will be made available because you're taking action and you're jumping in now. So click that link, access this offer, and join me. And I want to welcome Wendell Carr. Now, what's really special about this is that I just decided to open up my iPad and see all the new members coming in. And what's really exciting is Wendell Carr is another repeat customer. And Wendell was with me also with Patsy when I had my coaching program in 2012. And I remember Wendell made hundreds of dollars, maybe I think he made thousands of dollars based on the teaching I was providing at that time. And I'm really excited to work with folks and see the kind of results that we can generate together. And this is your chance to come on the inside, guys. I want you to know that this truly is a special offer, and you can jump in now and you can get these kind of results for yourself, okay? Remember I mentioned sending out an email for testimonials? Well, this came from Mario. Now, Mario's in Canada. And Mario responded, and he said, a mere 3 weeks after purchasing Brian's program, I had my first book published and made $600 in my first month. Real people, real methods. It's going down right now tonight, guys. We have all kinds of people that are coming on board. I also see, let's see. We also have Roy that's joined. So, Wendell, I'd like to welcome you. I'm excited to work with you as well. And Roy, welcome to the program. It's going to be exciting to work with Wendell. It's going to be exciting to get to know Roy. All kinds of people are jumping in and taking action because this is the kind of program that can really help you achieve success. Now, Mario achieved success when he took action and purchased. He says, what a great investment. 3 weeks after purchasing, I made $600, guys. That can be you. There's no reason why it can't be you. Okay, so jump in and let's take action on this tonight. Remember, when you buy today, you're going to get access to a book cover that's available when your receipt says July 2nd. And when it comes time for you to have an amazing cover, I'll be there to pay for it for you. Okay? Now, again, the URL is revengeoftheaffiliates.com/webinar special. Okay? Okay, Joshua says, are you available via email to respond to our questions? I am available via the forum. So you can register with the forum. You can send me a private message, which is like an email, and that's how I respond to people, Joshua. So absolutely, that's how I get a hold and provide support. And so it is provided for you. I do respond to personal messages at the forum. Britt says, when you showed your smoothie book cover, the subtitle had gone. What's your advice on that? I guess I'm not understanding what you're saying, Britt. What's your advice about that? When you showed the second smoothie cover, the subtitle had gone. Well, if you're talking about this, I think you're talking about the second part of the title. So what I do is usually include the first part of my title, and that's plenty. Yeah, exactly. So just that's okay. You don't need to include the whole part, especially if you break your titles down into two parts. If you have part A and part 2, then use part A and you'll be fine. Absolutely. Someone says, I'm getting all of this for $4.97. Everything you're mentioning. Is there a list of all the things we get for $4.97? Well, like I said, I went through everything that you're getting right now. You're getting the software. You're getting modules 1 through 6, which include videos. And let me just, for the fun of it, guys, let me show you. This will probably help too. Let's log in to the members area, and I want to show you what it looks like, okay? Pretty good job with the members area. Lots of people on the inside accessing, okay? So here we are. Here's my admin panel, and we'll type out dashboard. Okay, so we have what's new. If you click that right here, it's very well laid out. It's very easy to understand what's happening. I update the members all the time, so we're connected. That's important. You can see here, we launched the program on June 4th. Okay, that's when it was available for sale for the first time. By June 17th, there were new PDF guides available. A few days later, we had a training webinar and more PDF guides. So you can see here, here's one of the PDF guides for Module 4. So I'm downloading this right now. I'll show you what some of the PDF guides look like. Okay, so here's Module 4 PDF. We've got screen captures, very well organized, easy to follow, explains exactly how to move forward and get results and so on, and goes into further detail than what I was able to show you guys tonight. So if you like to read, you're going to have PDFs that are going to look great on your iPad or your Kindle, and you're really going to be able to get the information you need to move forward. Now, maybe you'd rather watch videos. And if you come here, you'll notice we have what's new. Watch this first. So this video is about 20 minutes, and I explain exactly how the program works, right? Watch this first. Everything you need, if you customer service, everything is right here. Your downloads are right here. So here are all the downloads you get. Okay, getting started guide with Magic Bullet Books software. You get a download for the goal sheet. You get a 6-step formula download. You get Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. Let's take a look at Traffic Revenge. So I'll click on the link again. Further details on exactly what is included. And this is more than what you guys have now. So you have some of this, but you don't have all of this information, okay? I think you've got plenty to get started on, and you can certainly do this yourself. But if you want further information, and if you want to be a part of a group, if you want access to me, this is your chance, okay? So these are all the downloads. Now, if we go to modules, you'll see here's module number 1. And here are the videos inside of module number 1. If we click on Introduction to Piggyback Promos, you can see here it's a nice video. By the way, these videos play fine on an iPad. You can watch them on your Nook or your Galaxy tablet or your PC or whatever. There's also the community. So you have access to a Facebook group, a private Facebook group with more than 500 people. We also have access to Revenge of the Affiliates, okay? So you'll see here, let me log in. Here's Revenge of the Affiliates. Here's our private forum, okay? These are all people that are doing what I'm offering you right now. Magic Bullet Books, book launches. These are people working with one another to get a few reviews. All these people are doing this program, and that's what makes this kind of special, okay? So I hope that helped. I've gone over a lot and whatnot. Oscar says, are you saying that Amazon allows you to have multiple author names? Absolutely, Oscar. There's no problem in having multiple author names, and there's no problem with having a pen name. So most of the books I publish are under pen names, and I do that by design. Now, I don't have a lot of time to go into detail now, but it's absolutely no problem having multiple pen names. David, I don't have a payment plan today. I'm sorry. This is the offer I have available. I'm grateful and I'm excited that you're interested. Unfortunately, I do not have a payment plan available. Yes, someone asked, is your software easy to follow for people that are not tech savvy? It's very easy to follow. Literally, you can just add in your text and images and press some buttons, and it's that simple. In fact, people have said it's some of the easiest software they have ever used. It's literally a piece of cake. David's asking, again, about pen names. Are you associated with Hannah Getty? I invented Hannah Getty. Hannah Getty is a pen name that I created, and I hired an individual to write those books based on the tactics and strategies and the formula I'm showing you tonight, David. How long will this offer be available? It's $4.97, Britt. It's not $4.95. This offer will be available until the end of the weekend. So basically, you've got about 4 to 5 days, and this offer will be gone. Like I said, at that point, I feel like there's too much material has been covered, and I don't want people to be behind. You're not behind now, especially right now. You've got an amazing bonus when you buy tonight, folks, and I want you to think about that. You might try to decide and hem and haw, and is it the right time? You can jump in now. You've got 45 days. You don't have to do this alone. You can show up to the webinars. You can download my materials. You can start publishing books. You can see if the software is everything that I say it is. If you're not satisfied, you can get your money back. But really, I want you to think about jumping in right now today and taking action, because you have an awesome opportunity to get that amazing book cover, right? You can get one of these covers. It would cost me $40 to do so, and that's available when your receipt says July 2nd. So by all means, jump in now. And I'd like to welcome Beverly, who's also just joined the coaching program. Really excited to have a lot of people joining in at the coaching program. Also, Win Marketing. I don't know your name because I'm seeing on my iPad your receipt from PayPal for $4.97 and says Win Marketing. So congratulations. Really excited to work with you guys on July 10th. I'm going to take a couple more questions and we're going to start to wrap up. So first of all, I want to thank you for buying. I want to thank you for spending time with me on this webinar. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found the 6-step formula to be something that you can leverage and move forward with. This is your opportunity to be on the inside, to be part of a coaching program that is already producing results. Can you believe people bought about 2 weeks ago when it first came available, and they're already publishing and making sales? Absolutely. Let me show you guys Magic Bullet Books, okay? Because some people are asking. People want to know, how does this software work? And I think it would be nice if I showed you. Doesn't that make sense? Just so much to talk about. Let me go to this. Okay, so here we are. I'm logging in right now. Now, what are the advantages? Number one, if you're on a Mac, you can log in and you can use this system. If you're away on a vacation for a month, but you still want to publish, you can log in and use the system. If you can write an email, you can use this system. It's really that easy. Here you can see my publications: Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Amazon Kindle Guide, Your First Dog Book, Your First Dog, a children's book about owning and caring for a dog. Let's click on Show Pages. These are all the pages associated with the book. Now, this is how I've structured this book. If you've got a book that's, say, a bigger book, you might want to create individual pages for each chapter, like I've done here, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, etc. Let's say I need to edit Chapter 1. I click on Edit, and there it is. It's just that darn easy. You enter your text as you want it. Let's say you want it bold. Okay, you highlight that, you click B, just like you're used to an email, and it works. It's just that easy. Let's remove the bolding. Let's say you want to make this image bigger. You know how you do it, guys? Check this out. Honestly, this is the best formatting solution available today. How can I say that? Well, number one, like I said, if you're on a Mac, so many people don't have an option of installing software if they're on a Mac. You don't install anything. You log in and you use this. Let's say you want this image bigger. Boom. You see what I'm doing? I just made the image bigger. It would be that size in the book. Okay, if I want to make it smaller, I resize just like that. It's really just that easy. Okay, let's come back to all publications. I'm going to leave the page. This is a book I created. This is a real book. Okay, and what I've done here is it's a children's book, so I don't need as many pages. The entire book is all right here. Adventure with Otis. Okay, and if I click that, this is my dog, Otis. Here it says, having a dog is lots of fun, but it's also work. My best buddy, Otis, and me have had lots of adventures over the last 5 years. I thought it would be fun to write a book to help you learn how to take care of your dog. And then here's a picture of my wife, Amanda, with my awesome standard poodle, Otis. And that's a picture from my iPhone. Now, here's another image from my iPhone. And this is an image I saved from Facebook. Now, let's say I want to add an image here, okay? How do I do that? I click on Images. I choose, oh, here's some already. Okay, that's cool. Let's go back. Let's go Upload. Let's go Browse. I'm going to select images on my folder. I'm coming to my Kindle marketing folder, which contains all of my books. I come to My Books. There's my children's dog book. And here are Otis images. Okay, let's say I want to add this awesome image of me and my buddy Otis. I click it, and there it is. Now, what just happened is this image is not this size. Okay, it's been reformatted on the fly. It's also been compressed on the fly. In fact, if I show you the real image, let me just show you this. I want to show you how slick this is. Because like I said, guys, this thing is wicked cool. And it just works. Okay? Let's open up the real picture. Okay, you can see here. Let's look at the size. Resize image. It's 960 by 720. I can tell you that this image here that we're looking at is about 600 pixels wide. It's actually a little less than that. It's probably 580 pixels wide because that's the ideal size for Kindle. We handle it and we make it simple for you. Remember I said I wanted to remove the roadblocks? That's exactly what this does. Okay, I'm going to click Save. Now for the fun of it, let's go back to Publications, and I want to show you how to publish. Show Pages. You click Publish. Do you guys think you can do this? Do you think you can add in some text, add in some images, just like I showed you, and click Publish? Okay, what it did there is it compiled all the images, and now what we're going to do is we're going to save the zip file. It says book, and well, let's just save it anywhere. Okay, so it's downloading. I'm going to click open the containing folder. So here's my zip file. Do you guys see that? It says zip. Extract all. I've got a wicked programmer, guys. He knows how to do this. And what's cool is I'm really good at the marketing, and I'm good at figuring out solutions. And when we get together, we just build stuff that kicks butt. Now, this is what the book looks like behind the scenes. It's an HTML page. All the images have been resized. The text is aligned perfectly. Everything works. Notice it just works. So that's how slick the Magic Bullet books is to use, and it's really that simple. That is a handsome dog, James Jones. Good to see you. Okay, so who else has joined us? This is a lot of fun. Again, welcome to Wendell. Welcome to Win-Win Media. And Robert, welcome Robert Shackleton. So nice to have you. Really excited to spend some time with you in the coming days when we get together on July 10th. So anybody that wants to be partake in this coaching program, anybody that wants to jump in and be a part of truly a program that can really make it happen for you, this is an awesome opportunity. I want to thank so many people for jumping on board. I want to thank people for spending time with me and allowing me to present to you my Revenge of the Affiliates coaching program and the 6-step Kindle formula. Guys, we're going to wrap it up now. It's been more than 2 hours. You have about a minute and a half to jump in to take action on this offer right now. Okay, I'd love to take questions forever. Literally, we've got hundreds of people here. There's still about 200 people here. So excited to have a lot of new people on the inside. Welcome, everybody. What days are the webinar going to be? They are always varied, Britt, and I do that so people can all have a chance to attend live. The next webinar, I believe, is happening at like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Standard. And the reason for that is the last few have been in the evening. Now, we'll have a webinar on a Sunday or a Monday. We'll have a lot of webinars in the evening on the weekdays. I vary the webinars. All the webinars are recorded and available. In fact, all the webinars that we've had up until this point are available, and you can download those, watch them at your leisure. You can stream them online. You can watch with your iPad and so on. And I'd like to welcome Peak Development, also a new member. Lots of people coming on board. Really, Eleanor, so nice to see you, and I'm excited to hear of your amazing news. So, Eleanor, welcome. Good to see James Jones. Lots of folks here. Guys, it really has been such a pleasure. I spent a lot of time developing this. I'm glad that you're responding. I'm glad that we're going to have a heck of a 2 to 3 months with the coaching program. Please join me. If you're thinking this is for you, I want you to trust your gut and jump in now. You know, someday never comes, like I said. You might not do this. What if you're on the outside? What if you let this opportunity pass you by? I don't want you to struggle in the future with the idea and the thought of what could have been or what might have been. Oh, if I just would have joined that thing that Johnson offered. If I would have, that guy was onto something. You have an opportunity right now. Opportunities come and go in life. And this is it, folks, the last chance. It's time to relax. It's time to pack up the car. It's time to get that crazy-looking poodle. We're headed to Breckenridge for the 4th of July. And when I get back, it's all hands on deck, coaching my students, and I want you to be a part of that. So jump in now, because this opportunity, this chance to get this bonus is passing you by. If you open up your chat link, again, in the GoToMeeting toolbar, you'll have an opportunity to jump in right now. All right, so Sisong Lim, I believe I totally butchered your name. I apologize for that. We have another student that has jumped on board. All kinds of people are seeing the value. All kinds of people are jumping on board. And I want you to wonder if you're going to try to figure this out on your own, or if you're going to get with someone that knows how to do it. If you're not satisfied with where you're at and you continue to do the same stuff, how are you going to get the results that you're after? How are you going to get results if you continue to do the same thing? Jump in, join me, join the hundreds of other people. We're nearly at 400 people. That's exciting. This is an event. This is your chance. I'm Brian Johnson. You've got 30 seconds to join me on the inside. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I had a lot of fun. I'm a passionate guy. Maybe this isn't right for you right now, and that's a shame. I want you to continue. I want you to hang out with me some more. Let's do another webinar soon. I'm Brian Johnson, and I'll see you later.